Hi, my name is Jane Powell. Welcome to Community Connections, brought to you by the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation. This is a show showcasing community involvement. We've got a fun show today, and I think you're going to love our guest. Tim, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Jane. Pleasure to be here.
Tim, you are President and CEO of the Charleston CVB, that is the Convention and Visitors Bureau. So you know all the good stuff, everything that we need tickets for and what's going on. But give us an overview of the CVB, and then we have one event that I really want to talk a lot about.
So I like to tell people we're the fun folks.
You are.
We're involved in a lot of the fun events and things that happen in Charleston, and our job generally is we are the organization that recruits visitors to come to Charleston, to stay, to spend their money, and then go home. So we're a tourism marketing organization. So we want to identify markets where we know people are prone to come to Charleston from, and market in those areas, and talk to them about all of the fun things that are happening in our city, and get them to come here and stay for 2, 3, 4 days and spend their money. So we're a tourism marketing organization.
Yeah, I think what you said is just really important. You are marketing to areas that people can get to Charleston easily from.
Yeah, we try to be very data-driven with our marketing. We know where people come from. We invest in a lot of technology that helps us research where our visitors come from. So once we identify those areas, that's where we try to spend our marketing money to get more of those folks to come here. And experience this city that I love, that you love, that we all love, because there are really great things happening here. And this is a really great place not only to live but to visit.
It sure is. So there are lots of reasons to come to Charleston, but towards the end of May, there's a very special reason to come to Charleston. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, very excited to host the 2025 USA Cycling Pro Road National Championships and Para Championships. It's our second year hosting this event, second of a 5-year contract to host USA Cycling's premier road cycling event that they host every year. And Charleston is the home of that event for 5 years, and really the epicenter of road cycling in the United States for the next 5 years.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
So 5 years. I know that just didn't happen.
Yeah.
It took a team. You guys worked hard.
It was a long recruitment process. It took a whole lot of people. It was a great team of people that helped to bring this in. I can't even begin this conversation without saying none of this happens without the support of Mayor Amy Goodwin and her staff, and every department head in the city. This is an event that truly, and we all experienced it for the first time last year, truly is touched by every single department in the city, from police and fire to streets to public works, sanitation, parking. I've gotten to know Terry Allen at the parking department very well, because this impacts parking a great deal. But it's really refreshing when you walk into a room of all of these department heads and employees of these different city departments, and the mayor's staff are there, and everybody's pulling the rope in the same direction. Everybody has one common goal, and that is to showcase our city and make it shine for this really great event that we have the privilege of hosting. But I can't say enough about the city of Charleston and how supportive they are.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. And Charleston is so lucky to have this event. It was in Tennessee before this, is that right?
Yeah, it was in Knoxville, Tennessee for several years. And that's the model for these championship events. Very rarely do you see an event stay in the same city forever. It had been in Knoxville. They were looking for a new destination, and they looked at Charleston, they looked at Charlotte, they looked at Roanoke, Virginia. They looked at a fourth city that they've never told me, but I'm dying to find out who our competition was. But they looked at all of us, and it ultimately ended up here, and we're very, very proud of that.
Well, that's the city and the CVB's hard work. So thank you for bringing it to us.
It's been a joy. I tell people this all the time. This project and hosting this race has been the most fulfilling project of my professional career.
Wow.
This has impacted me personally in a lot of really great ways, and to see the impact it has on our city is the cherry on top.
Well, so now I jokingly call it a bike race, but it is a little more than that.
At its roots, though, it is just a bike race. It is a bike race, but it is a lot more.
Yes. So, and this year they've added an extra event. So, kind of walk me through.
Sure.
I went to the Criterion last year, and that was great. But there's so much more.
Yep. There are 3 components to the Pro Road National Championships. The first component that folks will see is the time trial. The time trial is along Canal Boulevard between Patrick Street and Daniel Boone Park, and it's just riding as fast as you can on a flat surface. That's it. Like, it's a time trial. It is you point A to point B as fast as you can. Fastest person
And
wins.
visitors can line this.
You can line the boulevard
Yeah.
and watch that. And the best place to watch for me is either at the Start House, which is on Goshorn Avenue, next to the offices of Spillman Thomas and Battle, our presenting sponsor, who I also want to make sure that I thank while I'm here. So the Start House is there on Goshorn, and they turn right onto the boulevard, and then they make the lap. The other great place to watch is right in front of the 4 Points at the levee, the Sheridan 4 Points, where the start-finish line is, because that's where they cross the finish line and you see their time, and that's a great place to watch the time trials. So that's the first element of Pro Roads. The second element that folks will see, as you mentioned, is the criterium. And I like to say it's like a Bristol NASCAR short track race on two wheels in the center of Charleston. It is a pack of cyclists riding a tiny loop around the center of the city as fast as they can.
Tim, I've never seen anything like it. They fly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, and the two great places to watch that, in my opinion, well, three if you count the start-finish line is always a great place to watch. Slack Plaza, Brewers Row, that area of Summer Street is the epicenter, and this year we're going to, in partnership with Arts Amplified and the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation, have live music 5 days during the races at Slack Plaza.
Nice.
There's USA Cycling has a large merchandise tent there. So that's a great place to watch. The other really great place to watch the race, I think, the criterium, is on the corner of Courier and Hale Streets. Because the bikes go down Summers, they turn left the wrong way down Courier, and then make the hard right on to Hale. And that turn off of Courier and Hale, we saw some accidents there, some wrecks, some pileups last year. Nobody got hurt. It's really exciting. It's a fun place to watch. I think we're going to partner with V100, the West Virginia Radio Corporation station, to host a watch zone there at the corner of Courier and Hale. So that's also a fun place to watch. So the criterium is just all-out excitement.
Yeah.
It is, like I said, it's a pack of riders as fast as they can go, just doing that loop over and over around the center of the city, and it's so much fun to watch.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you move on to the road race, and that's if you've seen the Tour de France on television, that is the race that is akin to the Tour de France. It goes up Bridge Road, back down Loudon Heights, it travels out the boulevard and goes up Wirtz Avenue to Oak Ridge, and then back down Greenbrier, and they loop that over and over again. There are a lot of really great places to watch the road race. The road race, certainly, again, start-finish line, but you will want to be at Bridge Road, especially on Monday. The shops at Bridge Road will have a big community party with live music and games for kids and food
fun.
and things at the top of Bridge Road. Also, Wirtz Avenue. The folks at Wirtz are very dear to me. They were, and I don't think I'm telling tales out of school, when this was first announced last year, they were not necessarily in favor of this event because they feared that it was just going to shut down their neighborhood for days at a time. We have a great traffic plan in partnership with DOH and the Charleston City Police so that people can come and go from their neighborhoods. So the folks at Wirtz have turned into our biggest fans. They love the race. They all volunteer. They're excited about the race coming back this year and coming up through the Wirtz Avenue neighborhood. And I know that my good friend Minnie is going to be selling fish sandwiches at the Wirtz Avenue Watch Zone this year.
Yeah.
So we're excited for that as well. So those are the three main components of the race: time trial, criterium, and road race.
Okay.
And this year we're also very excited, as you mentioned, to add paracycling. So cyclists of different physical abilities also racing. They have their time trials and their road race in Charleston this year as a part of the overall USA Cycling Pro Road event. So you'll get to see the week start on Monday with the Para Road Race, which is all on what I would say the north side of the Kanawha River. Their road race does not encompass the climbs. It's more of the boulevard and downtown, a flatter course. Speed for sure. So paracycling this year, we're very excited to welcome them to our community and expose our community to again, these riders of different physical abilities who are incredibly inspirational. They're incredible athletes. So we're very excited about that as well.
So we talked about the days of the week, but I'm not sure in that it was happening mid-May. Let me be sure to give you the
Sure.
dates. That begins on May 19th
Yes.
and goes through May 26th.
Yes. So it starts on May 19th and runs through Memorial Day.
Okay.
The 19th, 20th, and 21st are all time trial and paracycling road race. Then on Thursday and Friday of that week, you have the evening criterium races that start about 6:30 in the evening.
I'll be there.
You'll be there, passing out cowbells.
I hope so.
Yes, and then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are the road races, and everything really culminates on Monday, Memorial Day, with the elite men and the elite women, their road national championships.
So you
The
mentioned
best of the best.
elite, best of the best. Last year we had Olympic winners in our race. Is that right?
We absolutely did. Everybody talks about Kristen Faulkner. Kristen Faulkner won the elite women's road race last year, and then just a few short weeks later, she was standing in front of the Eiffel Tower with an American flag draped around her shoulders and a gold medal around her neck, having won the Olympic gold medal in that event. So we had someone from Charleston who raced here just a few short weeks later win a gold medal. When she crossed the finish line in Paris, my phone absolutely blew up. People from all over texting me about how excited they were, and the community embraced it. We were at a watch party at Adelphia, and it was just so much fun.
Good.
Yep.
So that's wonderful. So we have Olympic athletes all over the country, but it takes a lot of locals to make this race happen.
It certainly does. It absolutely does. We recruit a large army of volunteers. I think last year it was 2,400 volunteer hours, and we've extended the race by a couple of days extra this year with the addition of the paracycling. So we are actively looking for volunteers to help us. And the volunteers serve as course marshals. Really, their job is simple. It can be broken down into one short phrase: making the race safe and fun for spectators and athletes. They're positioned all along the course just to make sure that nobody gets out on the course when they're not supposed to. Certainly the Charleston Police Department helps us with traffic control, but there are some minor intersections where we post volunteers to make sure cars don't mistakenly go somewhere they're not supposed to, but also pedestrians, making sure that folks don't get out on the course and impede the riders. So the volunteer job is important. It's pretty easy. There's really no physical labor involved. It's being there, being present, and just keeping an eye on everything that's going on in that space around you.
Right. So we've got racers coming to town, volunteers and families coming in. This is profitable for Charleston.
We estimated last year that this event had a $4.6 million economic impact on our city, and we're anticipating that it'll be more this year because it is a longer event with more categories. We track visitor spending in the city, and during that time frame of the race last year, visitor spending was up 22%, and if memory serves, visitor spending accounted for 18% of all restaurant spending in the city.
Wow.
So if you're a restaurant owner or employee and you look at your receipts from that week, know that just about 20% of the revenue came from visitors, people from
That's
50
great.
miles away or more.
So if you want more information on the race or you want to volunteer that week in May, that's the 19th through the 26th, we can go to the website?
Yes, ma'am. You can go to charlestonwv.com, and from there you'll find all the links you need to sign up to volunteer and be a part of the USA Cycling Pro Road National Championships.
Yeah. Tim, thank you so much.
Jane, thank you so much for having me. This is fun. Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you.
Charleston's going to be a great place in May. Always a great
It's
place.
always a great place.
That's
It's going to be
right.
really fun in May.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. This has been Community Connections brought to you by the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation. We'll see you next time.